Hey y'all, it's K Divine. Coming back with another message for you. I wanted to let y'all know that, well, kind of two things actually. You gotta, one, be comfortable being the villain in other people's story, and you have to be okay with being disliked. One thing that I struggled with growing up and through the majority of my 20s was being so afraid of people having a negative view of me. And I think this all stems from trauma. I need y'all to really see that. Like, all of this stems from trauma. When you grow up in a toxic environment where you're walking on eggshells and you're not sure what the day is going to bring you as far as your parents or caregivers' emotions, and you ultimately become a people pleaser. You read the room, you stay silent and you stay hidden and out the way. You try to make sure that everybody's good, and that stuff carries into your adult relationships. And for a lot of us, that's what we've been dealing with. Like, we've been dealing with our the way that we were brought up. And my issue was always, I just did not want people to say, like, oh well, she's a bitch, or oh well, I asked her for help and she told me no. And I always felt like I had to be there for other people. And what I found was that people had no problem asking me for help, but they weren't there for me the way that I needed them to be at all. People were never there. Like, when I needed help, like, I've always been the strong friend. I've always been the one that was going to do whatever I needed to do to help out my friend or my partner, whoever I was with at the time, And I realized that people wasn't going above and beyond for me, but it was mostly because I needed validation from other people so badly. And a lot of abusive people, users, manipulators, they can smell the insecurity on you. This is why we end up in cycles of we may be with different people, but we keep dating the same type of person, the same type of personality, like, the ones that are, the indirect communication, and they sometimes want to be with you, sometimes they don't. The wishy-washiness, they guilt trip you into making you feel like you're obligated to help them and do things for them when really you're not. Like, we got to get to a point where you have to look and say, like, I'm giving out a lot more energy than I'm receiving from other people, and I desperately need to do right by myself. I desperately need to take care of me. And that's the thing. People are gonna say that you're selfish because you're not doing the things that you used to do for them. They're gonna say that you're selfish. They're gonna call you a bitch. They're gonna call you all different kinds of names when they no longer are receiving the same level of energy that they used to get from you. And you're going to have to be okay with that. When you stop over giving, when you stop oversharing, when you stop being available all the time, God forbid, like, listen, you change your number and you don't tell nobody you change your number. Oh, watch how many people get mad at you. Watch how many people say, oh, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Oh, I changed my number. You didn't think to call and let somebody else? No, I didn't, because I didn't want to. Because I didn't want to. Like, period. Like, no, I didn't, because I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that. I'm not interested in having you in my life anymore. And people are going to say that you changed up, that you switched up, simply because you're not as available as you used to be, simply because you no longer want to engage with them. Because it's like, when people start to realize that you've caught on to their game, that's when people, this is a lot of people will try to love bomb you. A lot of people with narcissistic tendencies will definitely try to love bomb you. They'll try to find a way to reel you back in. And you know what's so funny? Like, this happened to me. Like, I realized this. I noticed this in my family. Like, none of the people in my family like each other for real. They all talk shit about each other all the time. They really don't fuck with each other for real. And they specifically really don't fuck with my mom. But for some 7777. Oh my God. As I'm saying this. But for some reason, when I decided to disconnect from the family system, now your enemies be linking up. Like my mom and my aunt that's married to my mom's brother, they don't like each other for real. Well, my aunt, at least she don't like nobody in the family. She thinks she better than all of us for whatever reason, but she really insecure. But they linked up together and was trying to send me stuff for my daughter at the time when I stopped talking to all of them. And I did not find that to be coincidental. When you decide, like, I'm done dealing with this. I'm done dealing with the disrespect. I'm like, and people be thinking that just because you don't say nothing, that either you're stupid and don't notice, or that you just feel like you're such a piece of shit that you deserve it. And for some of us, we did feel like we deserved the treatment that we were getting, because you're like, well, I'm a bad person anyways. Look, because people have been trying to tell you all your life that you're not as great and as special as you truly are. And the crazy part is that really you've always been the one. You've always been the special one. You've always been the top tier one. And these people hate it when you get out of their grip, because now you have the capacity, you have the availability to start telling people your experience of them. And they know how they treated you. And they are not trying to have people hearing your side of the story. This is why they'll start to slander you. If they can't get you back in their grips, that they're gonna start saying nasty things about you. A lot of the times they're gonna start calling you crazy. A lot of times they're going to start saying to you, or not to you, but to other people, that you're mentally ill and mentally unstable, and you can't believe a word that comes out of your mouth, simply because they do not want people knowing what it is that they have done to you. They don't want people to believe you. And you have to be okay with that. I know that, and it's painful. It's some of the most painful shit. Like, and trust me and believe me when I tell you, you do not have to hear the things that people have said about you to know that things are being said about you that are negative. You do not need. I hate when people say, like, well, did someone tell you that? It's like, no, I don't need to know. Like, you can usually tell the things that people will say about you just by the way that they speak to you. Or like the things that my mom, like, I know my mom loved to play the victim. I came the wrong way. I didn't even realize that stuff was happening in downtown Ann Arbor. I came the wrong way. It's okay. I got time. So I got off work early anyways. But my mom liked to play the victim a lot. Like when I had my daughter, she told me straight up that she wanted to be involved, that she wanted to, have regular visitation with her and all of that. And I was like, cool. So we had made a schedule for her to come to my house during the summer, every Tuesday, to babysit my daughter while I was at work. Even though she had daycare at the time, like, that was just their thing. And I was like, in the event that she wasn't able to come, or, just wasn't feeling up to it that day, that, she could always go to daycare. Well, then one day my mom decided that she wasn't coming anymore. She never verbalized that to me. But what she told my sister was that I told her that I didn't need her anymore. And when I called her and confronted her about it, and I said, did you tell my sister that I said that I don't need you anymore? And she was like, well, I don't know. I might have said that. I don't know. I was really tired. Like, it was all the excuses in the world started coming out of her mouth, because that's exactly what she said. And she was not anticipating me calling her out on it. And I said, well, that's not the conversation that we had. We never said that. I was like, I never said that. So like, why are you? And when I realized that she's been doing that shit to me all of my life, that's when I just completely cut her off. And when I stopped talking to my mom, when I tell y'all that lady pulled up on me one day after work, I guess she was in the area. I guess she had went to the hospital for something out here in Ann Arbor, and she decided that she was gonna pull up at my house unannounced. She ain't call or nothing, and I'm like, what are you doing here? And she's like, why won't you talk to me? And it's like she was panicking, because the thing, when narcissistic people realize that you not playing their game anymore, they really, really panic. It's one or two things that are going to happen. They're either gonna spaz out on you and start doing some weird and violent things, or they're gonna play the victim card and then they'll start to smear your name. But either way, they're gonna smear you. And you just have to be okay and comfortable in your villainhood, because you're gonna be the villain in their story. I'm sure my mom tells people all the time, like, yeah, my youngest she just doesn't care about me, and she just stopped talking to me, and she won't let me see my granddaughter. She doesn't bring my granddaughter anymore. Like, you never cared. Like, I told my mom in the beginning, I said, I'm not doing the work for you. If you want to have a relationship with this little girl, you gonna have to be the person to initiate it. I'm not gonna call you and text you all the time so that y'all have a relationship. Like, if you want the relationship, you gonna have to reach out to her and let her know that that's what you want. Because growing up, for me, none of the people in my life wanted a real relationship with me because they were never around. And I refuse to have my daughter believe that in order for her to have people in her life, that she has to accept people not being there for her consistently. I'm not interested in doing that to my daughter. I'm not interested in my daughter having people in her life that are not going to be steady and stable with her, that are, coming in and out, or she got to reach out to them. Like, nah. My mom, and it's so crazy because my mama used to tell me as a child, well, it's the adult's responsibility to maintain the relationship with the child. She used to say that about my dad, and it's just so crazy because now it's like when I gave her the opportunity to do so, she did not do it because she didn't want to, and she wanted it to be my fault. So I guess she got her wish. When I left or when I was in the process of leaving my job, or I was hoping I was going to leave in a good way, but before I left, when I stopped playing the role of the angry black girl that they wanted me to play, the social justice warrior, the helping everybody, when I stopped doing that shit, it was very evident how these people really felt about me. And that was the hardest thing to deal with, because it was like how easy they were setting up these plays to try to get a reaction, a response out of me. It was a game to these people. And that's why they had to smear me to everybody in the office. This is why they told people who I didn't even work with, people in different departments that I didn't even know. They were trying to say that trying to make it look like I didn't know how to do my job. I would send emails to other departments and people would not respond, to the point where I was just like, so y'all just don't want me to do my job. And the thing is I don't know if those people wanted me to beg them, or I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what them people wanted, because it's like, it was obvious that they didn't want me there. But when I left, then they was doing all this damage control, still trying to get a reaction out of me. I think they were just upset because they never got what they really wanted. I think that was really the issue. They never got what they wanted from me. Excuse me. They wanted me to break down, and they wanted me to, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It just baffles me so much how miserable people are, to the point where they are so eager to make you into their entertainment, watch you crumble, and live a shitty life, or be upset all the time, or just overall just have a meltdown. Like, and I guess maybe it's because whatever it is that they see in you, they don't have it within themselves, and they feel like people be really wanting you to be unalive. Like, they really want you out of here. They want you to either, if you don't die, they want you to be incapacitated. They want you to look crazy, so people won't believe you, so you can't get the help that you need. It's wild and crazy to me. Like, so you have to be comfortable with being the villain. You got to be okay with people not liking you, because there are people right now who got your name in their mouth and they've never spoken to you a day in their life. And the only thing that they got going, like, based on you is what other people told them. And it's going to be real funny, especially for those people, because honestly, those are the most dangerous type of people, in my opinion. The most dangerous type of people are the ones that blindly follow what other people are saying, and they don't even know you. When I tell y'all, like, when I was being gang stalked, and I was like, who are these people? Like, these people did not know me. And if you've ever been gang stalked, the majority of them people don't know you. Some of them are being hired by whoever it is to watch you, follow you, or whatever. But you got to understand that they've already been told lies about you. They've been told that you are a bad person, that you're a criminal, and they're just trying to keep tabs on you just so that they can try to catch you in some sort of mess, but they ain't never gonna catch you. But it's like, those are the most dangerous people to me, are the ones that will blindly follow what other people say and believe about you, and just completely jump on the hate train. And I was like, this is crazy to me. But you'll never understand, because you not like them at all. Like, you just not like them, and it's okay. Like, we are much better than what other people portray themselves to be, and it's okay to grieve. I'm about to buy this grief and healing deck, and I think I'm going to start I want to do more positive oracle readings, because I've been having such a, like, I've been teeter-tottering on, like, do I want to do tarot and all that other stuff on this channel more? And honestly, I really want to focus more on the positive side of things, because yes, it's hard to deal with it's definitely hard to deal with all of the things that have happened. I'm still processing things. Like, I'm in therapy for it now. It's not going to be an easy road, but I really do feel like I should utilize this platform to be more positive and to uplift people more than I want to talk about being a targeted individual and being gang stalked, because I mean, the shit ain't stopped. Like, it's not nearly as bad as it was. And honestly, I think it's because these people learned they learning a lesson with me. They're learning that I'm not easily broken. They're not gonna be able to just come in and ruffle my feathers, because, excuse me, I've already survived so much. So it's like, I'm just gonna keep going. And it's not easy. Like, I've been having a lot of anxiety lately. Just, my body is just remembering some of the hard things that I had to go through, and it's just taking me through that process right now. And it's been, because I'm like, there's nothing I should be really worried about right now, but it's like I've been clenching my jaw. So it's like, I want y'all to understand, like, I may come on here smiling and joking and laughing and stuff like that, but this all is a process. Like, I do cry sometimes. I think about this stuff constantly. Like, the healing part is the hardest part, because it's like, I gotta let this go. I gotta move forward. I have to move on, and I can't let those people, whoever they are, get in my way. Because they thought that I wasn't going to be able to get a job, or, that I was going to be on the streets, and neither one of those things are happening right now. Is everything perfect? No, it's not. but I'm fine. I'm doing a lot better than I was. You know, I may not always, I mean, nobody likes their job all the time, but I may not always like my job, but I am glad to be working. I am glad to have income. I'm glad to have insurance. I'm glad to be getting my health back on track. Has it been a long and tough journey? Yes, but I'm gonna be okay. I've been okay thus far, and you will be okay too. And I don't want you to ever think that if you're going through this and you feel alone, or if you really actually are alone, because hell, a lot of us had to cut everybody off. Everybody had to go, and you find yourself in this deep dark place trying to put the pieces together. And I understand that it can be really difficult to deal with. I understand that it can be frustrating. I understand that it can feel like maybe I am the bad person. Maybe I do deserve this. You didn't deserve any of the things that happened to you. You didn't. And you don't deserve anything that is still continuing to happen. You don't deserve that. Those people will reap what they sow. I do promise and guarantee that they will reap what they have sown. I love you guys, and I am here for you. Your big little sis. I am here for you. And like I said, I definitely want to do more, you know, positive things on this channel. Like, I definitely want to do more oracle readings. Like I said, I have a future higher self deck that I was supposed to start doing that, those messages a while ago, but because of, you know, when I started this job and everything, it was just too much at the time. But, you know, I think depending on how the next few weeks go, as far as it, you know, winter and whatnot, I think I might be able to start doing them at least once a week. Oh shoot, never mind, can't get over it. But, or I want to do them more often, I should say. So we'll see how that goes. But y'all just stay tuned for that. But I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. And I appreciate my day ones, the ones that have been sticking around with me. I really appreciate y'all and y'all support. Please continue to like, share, subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. We are getting super close. Another milestone to celebrate soon. So, you know, help me get to that point. I'll be trying to post every day this week if I can. It's been a little rough. I've got a lot going on, but I'm gonna keep coming with these videos as much as I can. But I love y'all. It's your girl K Divine, and I'll see you later. Bye.